I moved here in late 60s. My whole family moved here, my mother, my father, my sisters, and my brother. We had met the community. I thought we had arrived to somewhere big. When you come from a little teeny child, and this neighborhood just was so big to me, I was just so excited to be moving in a house with my family with a backyard and a front yard and a porch. It was just so exciting for us to come in and to see the families that lived here. You know, everybody was a close knit. They introduced themselves. We ate dinner together. We had neighborhood things going on in the community. We had recreation centers. We had the ice cream trucks that came to the neighborhood. It was just a lot going on in our community, and I just enjoyed just being here. What makes our neighborhood special is that we look out for each other. We have a lot of seniors around here, and the young people that moved into the community, we help them. We make sure their grass is cut if they need something from the store. It's just we're still very close-knit community. Everyone around here that lives in this community works together to make it a better community. And we stay connected to each other in this community. So that's one of the things that make our neighborhood great, is that we come together as one and see the needs of our community and work together to make things happen. When I was a child, when we first moved to this community, we had 2 Caucasian people that lived on this block. And they were a little friendly, but not all the way. They had to warm up because there was so many African Americans that had moved into the community. So this neighborhood was changing, and it was different for them to see we moving into the community. So once they realized that we weren't here to take anything from them, but to add to the community, it started getting better. And as they got older, they moved away. But it was really a different time back then when we first moved here. And now it's like, now we are working together. The doors are open for anyone to come into the community that has an interest to be better, to grow, to want to be a homeowner, because on this block we have 98% home ownership in the community. So we would love everybody to just be a part of, to stay focused. We have backyards, we have front yards, a lot of families in the community. Several different families own several different properties, but it's a great community. I feel as though that we can bring people together in the community by starting with making sure the recreation centers are open, things for them to do. When you have playgrounds, when you have a facility for young people, no matter what their race are, when you have a field, when you have swimming pools, when you have things for them to do, then you can bring more people to the community. So each community, we used to have libraries, we used to have recs, pools, we used to have everything, and every community had that. And that's what's lacking. So if we can get those things back in the community, I think you can bring all different races to every community that we have if we work together to do that. Okay, one of the leaders in the community just happened to be my mother. My mother was a nurse. She worked at night, and during the day, she took time for the community children with her children. She took us to the Tawanda Recreation Center. We had a above ground pool that you sit on the field, and we used to go down there. She used to take us to Drew Hill Park. And she didn't drive, but she always made sure we had a way to get to the park. She took us to the movies, we went to the Hippodrome. We went on Park Heights, we had a movie theater at Classen and Park Heights Avenue. She took us up there. I mean, she took us for ice cream in the community. The trucks used to come. She did so much with the children in the community. We had backyard gatherings, cookout. All the neighbors always had the kids come in the community, and we all were family. It didn't matter who was cooking dinner or anything, but she always made sure. We went to even Ricestown Plaza, had a movie theater up there, and we went up there just to have fun. And that's one of the leaders in the community that made an impact in my life, and it just happened to be my mother. The future of the Towanda community, I would love it to be back somewhat the way it was when you had a lot of families, when you had people that worked together, when you cut your grass, they would cut the whole side of the street. They wouldn't just cut their front and go down the middle of next door to them. They would just go ahead and cut the whole front. And I would like that kind of community again. If you have a pool in your yard, that the neighbors were okay to come and get in it. They didn't have to try to sneak in your pool. They just, everybody used everything in the community, kept the community clean. We didn't have people throwing trash out the windows. It would be great to go back to the way things used to be, but better for this time. Mm-hmm. The youth for this day and time, I think we teach them to have respect for their elders and respect for each other. And if they could learn to have more compassion for people and the circumstances, I think the youth would do a lot in the community. It's so much to offer our young people if they just open up to see the big picture. We grew up working at the recreation center. We grew up working at the pools. We grew up cutting the grass for the community. We grew up cleaning up the neighborhood, the alleys, the street. We had a street cleaning. If they could see the things that we did to help build us, I think it would help build them a lot better in their journey on going forward with going to college, seeing different things. I think they would want to come back to the community where they grew up in. If we can get the youth and the seniors on the same page, and the seniors would not be scared of the youth, and the youth would come together and be there to listen to the seniors in the community, we could have a strong community, because they could learn so much from them and they could add to what we have going on in the community. The young people are our future. They are very much our future. And I think if they take what they can learn from the seniors and work with them there's so much power in young people. And if we could get them to be focused and listen to the seniors, they could take what they learned from them and move forward and make our community so much better. It would be so much powerful to see our young people come together and change this community for the 21st century and beyond.